Why do you spend more than you earn? It's the science behind your financial failure.
Welcome, dear financial voyeur, to Finance Unfiltered, the only platform brazen enough to yank back the pristine curtain of polite society and expose the grimy, it's often hilarious, truth about your wallet's perpetual state of distress. You click on articles promising financial freedom. You scroll past gurus offering 7-step paths to millions. And yet somehow, your bank account balance consistently resembles a flatlining ECG. Why is that? Are you inherently flawed? Is the universe conspiring against your fiscal prosperity? Or is there something far more insidious at play, a silent internal saboteur working tirelessly against your best intentions? Prepare yourself, because we are about to embark on an unflinching dissection of the very reasons you struggle to keep your cash where it belongs, firmly in your pocket. Today, we are not just talking about budgeting tips or saving strategies, frankly. If those worked reliably, you would not be here. Instead, we are diving headfirst into the psychological warfare being waged for your dollars. Exploring the ancient dopamine-addicted lizard brain lurking within you, relentlessly pushing for instant gratification. We will unmask the sophisticated spending algorithm that dictates your desires and expose how modern marketing has become an art form in exploiting your deepest insecurities. This is not merely about lacking willpower. It is about understanding the systemic, biological, and external forces that conspire to make you spend more money than you earn. So, if you are tired of the endless cycle of earning, spending, and regretting, if you are weary of the financial anxiety that stalks your every waking moment, then lean in. We promise no sugarcoating, no hollow platitudes, just raw, unfiltered truth. We will dissect the insidious illusion of buyable happiness, reveal the hidden consequences of living beyond your means, and, perhaps most importantly, illuminate the critical first steps required to finally break this destructive cycle and reclaim your financial future. This journey demands brutal honesty, a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths, and a healthy dose of self-deprecating humor. Are you ready to see how your own mind and the market conspired to keep you perpetually broke? Let us begin.
The instant gratification trap, your closest enemy.
Greetings, dedicated financial masochists and unwitting victims of capitalism. Today we confront a foe far more insidious than inflation or the stock market's whimsical tantrums. It resides within you, a tiny, demanding dictator dictating your wallet's demise. We are talking, of course, about the instant gratification trap, your closest enemy. Let us be unequivocally clear. This is not some abstract economic theory. This is the primal scream of your brain demanding now. It is the seductive whisper that transforms a momentary desire into an irreversible financial decision. Imagine, if you will, standing at a crossroads. One path, a winding, arduous journey towards long-term wealth, paved with patience, delayed pleasure, and the occasional oat bran. The other, a brightly lit, frictionless chute leading directly to the checkout counter, offering an immediate hit of dopamine, a fleeting sense of accomplishment, and an ever-deepening abyss of debt. Which path do you predictably choose? The latter, almost invariably. Why? Because your ancient lizard brain, bless its primitive heart, simply cannot resist the shiny new thing. Consider for a moment the sheer brilliance, or perhaps malevolence, of this biological predisposition. Eons ago, our ancestors were programmed to seize immediate resources. That ripe berry, that caught game, that warm cave, these were essential for survival. Delaying gratification meant potential starvation, exposure, or becoming a saber-toothed tiger's lunch. So, our brains evolved to reward immediate action. Surge of dopamine, the brain's feel-good neurotransmitter, was the biological trophy for securing an immediate win. Fast forward a few millennia. That same brain, now equipped with a smartphone and a credit card, is confronted with a seemingly endless buffet of ripe berries in the form of one-click purchasing, expedited shipping, and algorithmic suggestions designed to exploit this very wiring. The result? A perpetual state of financial whiplash, where your bank account perpetually lags behind your latest fleeting desire. This, dear viewer, is not merely a matter of lacking self-control. It is a fundamental design flaw in the human operating system. masterfully exploited by every conceivable marketing strategy. From the moment you unlock your device, you are besieged by meticulously crafted temptations. A pop-up announcing a limited-time sale on something you vaguely considered needing last week. A sponsored post showcasing the latest gadget your neighbor just acquired. An email heralding an exclusive offer available for the next 24 hours only. Each is a tiny, perfectly aimed arrow at your instant gratification Achilles heel. And with every successful purchase, that dopamine hit reinforces the behavior, creating a vicious cycle. Your brain learns. Desire plus purchase equals good feeling. The inconvenient detail of how that purchase impacts your long-term financial health is conveniently relegated to the background. A minor detail for your future, perpetually exasperated self to deal with. Think about the ubiquitous by now, pay later schemes. They are not merely payment options. They are sophisticated psychological weapons, wielded against your future financial stability. They promise the immediate pleasure of possession, while cleverly deferring the pain of payment. You get the item now, feel the rush now, the consequences. Those are a problem for next month's paycheck, or the month after, or the one after that. This is the instant gratification trap in its purest, most potent form, a deferred invoice for an immediate high. It is the financial equivalent of eating an entire cake at once and then wondering why your stomach hurts. The pleasure is fleeting, the indigestion prolonged. Your closest enemy, therefore, is not some external market force or manipulative banker. It is the insistent, impatient voice within your own head, perpetually demanding satisfaction. It is the insidious belief that every desire must be immediately fulfilled, that waiting is a form of suffering, and that a small, momentary indulgence will not have cascading effects on your financial future. This enemy thrives on convenience, on frictionless transactions, and on the pervasive cultural message that you deserve whatever your heart, or more accurately, your amygdala, desires. This constant craving for the immediate gratification of consumption is the primary architect of financial failure for countless individuals. It prevents savings from accumulating, it fuels the growth of high-interest debt, it systematically erodes your ability to make prudent, forward-thinking financial decisions. You are not just spending money, you are spending your future self's freedom, options, and peace of mind. It is a costly exchange, a short-term pleasure for a long-term burden. And understanding this internal adversary is the critical first step towards disarming it. Because until you acknowledge that your own brain is actively working against your long-term financial prosperity, you will forever remain a willing, albeit unwitting, participant in your own monetary downfall. The raw truth, unvarnished and unapologetic, is that your inclination towards instant gratification is not a harmless quirk. It is a meticulously evolved, deeply ingrained mechanism now weaponized against your financial well-being. It is the silent killer of savings accounts, the unheralded champion of credit card debt, and the relentless architect of financial stress. And this enemy, unlike external market forces, demands an internal reckoning. Are you truly prepared to confront the most formidable opponent in your financial journey, yourself? The answer to that question dictates whether you will spend your life chasing fleeting pleasures or building enduring wealth.
The spending algorithm, how your brain was programmed to desire.
If our last chat about the instant gratification trap felt a little too close for comfort, buckle up, because today we are delving even deeper into the labyrinthine corridors of your own skull. We are dissecting the spending algorithm, how your brain was programmed to desire. Let us be honest, dear viewer, you are not merely a consumer. You are a finely tuned, highly susceptible spending machine, pre-programmed for acquisition. And the mastermind behind this insidious design, your very own brain? Yes, that squishy 3-pound organ between your ears is not just orchestrating your vital functions. It is also the architect of your perennial inability to resist that limited time offer on something you absolutely do not need. Your brain, in its infinite, albeit outdated, wisdom possesses a sophisticated internal algorithm, constantly computing the quickest route to a dopamine hit. And spoiler alert, that route often leads directly through your wallet. Consider the evolutionary marvel that is the human desire for more. Our ancestors, bless their rudimentary survival instincts, were driven by scarcity. Food was rare, shelter was temporary, and shiny objects were, well, shiny. The brain evolved to reward the acquisition of resources. A successful hunt, a bountiful harvest, finding a safe haven. Each triggered a delicious rush of dopamine, cementing the behavior as good. Fast forward to the 21st century, the scarcity of berries has been replaced by the abundance of online shopping carts. But your brain's reward system? It remains gloriously, hilariously unchanged. It still screams get it when presented with something new, exciting, or crucially, perceived as a deal. This is where dopamine, the brain's primary reward neurotransmitter, becomes your silent financial saboteur. Dopamine is not about liking something, it is about wanting it. It fuels anticipation, excitement, and the relentless pursuit of a reward. When you see that new gadget, that discounted pair of shoes, or that irresistible travel package, your brain does not calmly evaluate its necessity. No, it immediately floods with dopamine, creating a powerful drive to acquire. The pleasure, if it comes at all, is often brief and fleeting, but the chase, that is where the brain truly shines, urging you forward, click by click, transaction by transaction, into the welcoming embrace of financial insolvency. But the programming runs deeper than mere dopamine surges. Your brain is a veritable hotbed of cognitive biases, each one a trapdoor strategically placed to lead you away from rational financial decision-making. Take the framing effect. Is it a $100 item, or is it 50% off the original price of $200? Your brain, in its infinite wisdom, sees the latter as an undeniable triumph, a savvy acquisition, rather than simply spending $100. Then there is anchoring bias. That absurdly high original price acts as an anchor, making the current, still expensive, price seem like an absolute steal. Your brain, apparently, never learned basic arithmetic when it comes to sales. Let us not forget loss aversion and the omnipresent fear of missing out FOMO. The idea of not buying something that is on sale or limited stock feels like an actual loss, a missed opportunity, a personal failure. Your brain, eager to avoid this perceived negative outcome, will often rationalize a purchase to avert this psychological pain, even if the purchase itself generates actual financial pain. And speaking of pain, your brain also suffers from hyperbolic discounting, which sounds complicated, but simply means it massively devalues future rewards like, say, retirement savings in favor of immediate gratification. $1 today is worth $100 tomorrow, apparently. It is a masterpiece of self-sabotage, really, and we have the nefarious tactics that play directly into this programming. Retailers are not just selling products, they are selling triggers. Only 3 left in stock. Sale ends in 2 hours. These are not polite suggestions. They are expertly crafted psychological nudges, designed to bypass your logical prefrontal cortex and directly activate your ancient, impulsive amygdala. The scarcity creates urgency. The urgency creates a perceived need. And the perceived need overrides any lingering thoughts of your budget or your financial goals. Your brain, bless its impressionable little heart, succumbs every single time. Finally, there is the insidious influence of social proof. Everyone else has it, therefore you need it. Online reviews, influencer marketing, what your friends are buying, your brain is wired to conform, to seek validation, and to avoid being left out. This ancient tribal instinct, once vital for community cohesion, now expertly manipulated to convince you that your life will somehow be incomplete without the latest smartphone or the trendiest designer handbag. So, when you find yourself staring at your bank statement, wondering how on earth you managed to blow through your paycheck again, remember, it is not necessarily a lack of willpower. It is often your own brain, that sophisticated, archaic spending algorithm, working precisely as it was programmed by millennia of evolution and perfected by modern marketing. Understanding this internal adversary, recognizing its ancient biases and its modern vulnerabilities, is the crucial, albeit often painful, first step towards dismantling its control. Because until you truly grasp that, your brain is both your greatest asset and your most persistent financial saboteur. You will continue to be a willing participant in its grand, expensive. The illusion of choice, after all, is a powerful one.
The illusion of buyable happiness. Marketing knows what captivates you.
If you've been following along, you know we have already ripped apart your internal programming, that ancient dopamine-addicted brain telling you to buy now. But what if I told you that your own biological hardware is merely a pawn in a far grander, more sophisticated game? Today, we pull back the velvet curtain on the real puppeteers, the masters of desire, the architects of discontent, the purveyors of dreams disguised as commodities. We are dissecting the illusion of buyable happiness. Marketing knows what captivates you. Let us be brutally honest. You are not just spending money. You are buying into narratives. Every glossy advertisement, every perfectly curated social media post, every influencer shilling a product with questionable enthusiasm. It is all meticulously designed to exploit your deepest human needs and insecurities. Marketing is not merely about selling a product. It is about selling an identity, a lifestyle, a fleeting promise of contentment. And they are exceptionally good at it because they understand your psychology far better than you understand your own checking account balance. Consider for a moment the sheer audacity of this proposition that happiness, that elusive, existential state, can be packaged, priced, and delivered to your doorstep. What a marvel of modern capitalism. What a testament to the human capacity for self-delusion. You are not buying a new car. You are buying freedom, status, and the envy of your neighbors. You are not purchasing a designer handbag. You're acquiring belonging, sophistication, and a membership to an exclusive, imaginary club. You are not ordering that expensive meal kit. You're investing in health, convenience, and the illusion of domestic bliss. Each transaction becomes a desperate attempt to patch a perceived hole in your existence. A frantic scramble to achieve a state of being that, coincidentally, always seems to be just one more purchase away. The brilliance, or perhaps the diabolical genius, of modern marketing lies in its ability to tap into your primal needs, the desire for connection, validation, security, and purpose. Are you feeling lonely? There is an app for that, requiring a monthly subscription. Are you feeling insecure about your appearance? Here is a miracle cream, promising youth in a jar for the price of a small car payment. Are you feeling a lack of excitement in your mundane life? Behold, the exotic travel experience, conveniently financed with 0% interest for 6 months. Ensuring your future self will pay for today's fleeting adventure. They do not sell solutions. They sell temporary distractions from the underlying issues, ensuring you return to the marketplace, perpetually searching for the next fix. This is the very essence of the hedonic treadmill, brilliantly weaponized by every brand under the sun. You acquire something you thought you desperately needed. You experience a brief surge of pleasure, that dopamine hit we discussed earlier. And then, almost inevitably, the novelty fades. The new car loses its scent. The designer bag becomes just another accessory. The miracle cream reveals itself to be precisely that, a cream. The happiness you bought evaporates, leaving you right back where you started. But now with less money and perhaps a burgeoning pile of debt, the cycle demands repetition, a continuous pursuit of the next purchase. Forever chasing a phantom feeling that money by its very nature cannot truly provide. And let us not forget the subtle art of comparison. Social media, the digital playground for curated lives, has amplified this to an agonizing degree. You scroll, you see perfectly lit images of others enjoying their perfectly constructed realities bought and paid for, mind you, and suddenly your perfectly adequate life feels woefully insufficient. Your house is not big enough, your wardrobe is outdated, your vacations are pitiful. The marketing machine does not even need to create the insecurity. It merely needs to provide the solution to the insecurity already simmering beneath the surface. Fueled by an endless stream of digital aspirations, they fan the flames of FOMO, making you believe that if you do not buy this, you will miss out on that ultimate experience, that irreplaceable moment of bliss. So when you click Add to Cart, ask yourself, am I buying a product or am I buying into an illusion? Am I addressing a genuine need or am I succumbing to a masterfully crafted psychological operation designed to extract my hard-earned cash? The harsh reality is that marketing is not your friend. It is a highly intelligent, meticulously funded system built to make you feel perpetually incomplete, perpetually lacking, and perpetually just one purchase away from true fulfillment. And it is spectacularly successful because it knows exactly what captivates you. Your hopes, your dreams, your insecurities, and your desperate desire for happiness. The sooner you recognize that the genuine article cannot be bought on Amazon Prime, the sooner you can start investing in things that actually bring lasting value, like financial freedom, peace of mind, and perhaps a bit of self-awareness. Breaking free from this illusion is not easy, but it is the critical step to reclaiming your financial power from those who profit from your manufactured desires.
The negative spiral. The hidden consequences of living beyond your means.
If you have been nodding along as we unmask the instant gratification trap and dismantled your brain's spending algorithm, then prepare yourself. Today we confront the truly grim reality that awaits those who consistently ignore the glaring disparity between their income and their expenditures. We are talking about the negative spiral, the hidden consequences of living beyond your means. Let us be brutally, unapologetically direct. Consistently spending more money than you earn is not a sustainable lifestyle choice. It is a slow, agonizing form of financial self-immolation. It begins innocently enough, perhaps with an extra latte, new gadget you deserve, or a subscription service you need. These seemingly minor transgressions coalesce, silently, insidiously, until they morph into a monstrous, inescapable vortex that devours your peace of mind, your future prospects, and potentially your very soul. This is not hyperbole. This is the unvarnished truth for millions trapped in this exact predicament. The most overt symptom, of course, is debt. Not the good debt that finances an appreciating asset, but the insidious, high-interest consumer debt that serves no purpose other than to fund fleeting pleasures. Credit card balances swell, personal loans accumulate, and suddenly, a significant portion of your hard-earned paycheck is not actually yours anymore. It is merely a remittance payment to the financial institutions that graciously extended you the rope to hang yourself. The minimum payments, those deceptively small figures, are not designed to help you escape. They are meticulously calculated to keep you dangling, perpetually indebted, a loyal paying customer for years, if not decades to come. Compound interest, your greatest ally when investing, transforms into your most relentless adversary, silently multiplying your transgressions with each passing month. It is the financial equivalent of trying to outrun a snowball rolling downhill. It only gets bigger, faster, and more destructive. But the visible debt is merely the tip of a very jagged, financially inconvenient iceberg. Beneath the surface lie the truly corrosive, often hidden consequences. Let us begin with your credit score, that mystical number that dictates your financial worthiness. Every late payment, every maxed out credit card, every loan application you are denied chisels away at this vital metric. And a poor credit score is not merely an inconvenience, it is a financial scarlet letter. It means higher interest rates on everything from car loans to mortgages, effectively penalizing you for past mistakes with future expenses. It can impact your ability to rent an apartment, secure insurance, and in some cases, even land a job. You are not just living beyond your means, you are actively sabotaging your future capacity to access the very tools that could help you recover. Then there is the crushing weight on your mental and emotional well-being. The constant anxiety of looming bills, the gnawing guilt of overspending, the shame of financial precariousness. These are not minor inconveniences. They are potent, pervasive stressors that erode your quality of life. Sleepless nights spent staring at the ceiling, the incessant mental gymnastics of robbing Peter to pay Paul, the desperate avoidance of opening mail or answering calls from unknown numbers. Financial stress is a leading cause of depression, anxiety, and relationship breakdowns. Your expensive treats become bitter pills, swallowed repeatedly as the emotional cost outweighs any fleeting pleasure they once provided. The psychological toll is immense, turning every dollar spent into a direct tax on your inner peace. And what about your relationships? Money, or the lack thereof, is a primary catalyst for conflict in partnerships and families. Secrets about spending, arguments over financial priorities, the burden of hidden debt, these are not the ingredients for a harmonious existence. Financial strain can breed resentment, distrust, and ultimately rupture even the strongest bonds. Your personal spending habits rarely remain personal. They cast a long, dark shadow over everyone connected to you. Finally, consider the colossal cost of lost opportunities. Every dollar spent on an unnecessary trinket is a dollar not invested in your future. It is a dollar not contributing to a retirement fund, not building an emergency savings account, not funding further education or a career pivot, living paycheck to paycheck, or worse, debt payment to debt payment, means you forfeit the ability to take calculated risks, to seize unexpected opportunities, or even to weather unforeseen emergencies. You become a prisoner to your current income, unable to escape a job you despise, a living situation you detest, or a life that simply fails to fulfill you, all because your past spending has shackled your future. This, dear viewer, is the negative spiral. It is not a sudden plunge into destitution, but a gradual, relentless erosion of your financial freedom, your peace of mind, and your ability to build a meaningful, secure future. It is the grim, unavoidable reality when you repeatedly choose immediate gratification over prudent financial stewardship. Your failures are not just inconvenient. They are actively, systematically dismantling your potential. And understanding the true, multifaceted cost of living beyond your means is not meant to depress you. It is meant to ignite a burning desire to escape this self-made prison. Because until you truly comprehend the depth of this spiral, you will never possess the urgency or the resolve required to break free.
Break the cycle, the first step to reclaiming your financial future.
And so, we arrive, bruised, but hopefully not broken, at the precipice of change. You have endured our blunt, perhaps even brutal, dissection of your financial self-sabotage. You have confronted the ancient dopamine-addicted lizard brain pushing you towards instant gratification. You have witnessed the insidious spending algorithm meticulously programmed by evolution and perfected by Madison Avenue. You have, we trust, been sufficiently horrified by the negative spiral, that slow, agonizing descent into financial oblivion, orchestrated by your own seemingly innocuous choices. Now for the grand finale. This is not another lecture on your shortcomings. This is the moment we demand you look in the mirror, wipe away the tears of self-pity, and begin the arduous yet absolutely necessary journey back to fiscal sanity. We are here to discuss Break the Cycle, the first step to reclaiming your financial future. Let us be unequivocally clear. There is no magic wand, no mystical financial guru's secret mantra, no overnight lottery win that will solve your self-inflicted pecuniary predicaments. If you came here expecting a simple hack or a set-it-and-forget-it solution, then congratulations. You are precisely the kind of person who ends up perpetually broke chasing elusive fantasies, instead of confronting harsh realities. The first step, the absolutely non-negotiable prerequisite to any semblance of financial recovery, is agonizingly simple, yet staggeringly difficult for most. It is the unflinching acknowledgement of your current situation and the acceptance of personal responsibility. Yes, we know. External forces, manipulative advertisers, your childhood trauma, the price of avocados, these are all convenient scapegoats. But at some point, dear financially challenged individual, you have to admit that the person holding the credit card, clicking add to cart, and approving the overdraft was you. This is not about shame. It is about power. Because until you truly own your past financial decisions, good or bad, you cannot begin to alter your future ones. This initial step is less about specific actions and more about a seismic shift in mindset. It is the moment you stop being a passive victim of your desires and the market's machinations, and start becoming the conscious architect of your financial destiny. Think of it as an intervention, but instead of your family staging it, your own bank statement, credit card bills, and growing pile of unopened mail are doing the talking. You must sit down with an almost ritualistic sense of dread and review every single dollar that is entered, and more importantly, left your life over the past month, or preferably several months. This is not a fun exercise. It is often painful, eye-opening, and frequently accompanied by a profound sense of what was I thinking. Exactly, that is the point. You need to feel the full, unadulterated weight of your spending habits before you can genuinely commit to changing them. This first step is not glamorous. It does not involve complex investment strategies or exotic side hustles. It involves brutal honesty. It involves facing the inconvenient truth of where your money is actually going versus where you think it is going. Because for many, there is a grand canyon of difference between those two realities. You might believe you are spending moderately on dining out, only to discover you are funding a small restaurant chain with your frequent visits. You might assume your subscriptions are minimal, only to uncover a digital graveyard of forgotten memberships bleeding your bank account dry. This granular, often humiliating examination is the foundation upon which all future financial success is built. Without this cold, hard data, without this unflinching self-assessment, any attempts at budgeting, saving, or investing are nothing more than elaborate exercises in futility. It would be akin to trying to navigate a dense jungle blindfolded, without a map, relying solely on hope and good intentions. Spoiler alert, you will get lost, probably bitten by something unpleasant, and definitely run out of water. Financial progress demands clarity, and clarity demands confrontation with your current, often messy, financial truth. So, for those of you truly fed up with living paycheck to paycheck, for those weary of the constant financial anxiety, for those ready to stop being a walking ATM for corporate behemoths, this is your call to action. Take a deep breath, gather your statements, and begin the uncomfortable, yet liberating process of understanding your financial battlefield. This is where the illusion of buyable happiness shatters, where the spending algorithm reveals its true cost, and where the negative spiral can, for the first time, be halted. It is the moment you reclaim your agency. It is the moment you decide that your financial future is not a predetermined fate, but a canvas awaiting your intentional brushstrokes. This is the first step. If you have the guts to take it, the rest, while still challenging, becomes a matter of strategy, not despair. Your financial future awaits, but only if you are brave enough to actually show up for it.
Your money, your masterpiece. The first brushstrokes towards freedom.
So there you have it, fellow travelers on the rocky road of financial reality. You've dragged your primitive brain into the glaring light, exposing its instant gratification cravings and the insidious spending algorithms that dictate your desires. We have pulled back the curtain on the grand illusion of buyable happiness, revealing how marketing relentlessly exploits your deepest insecurities. And we have laid bare the truly terrifying landscape of the negative spiral, detailing precisely how living beyond your means systematically dismantles your future, your peace of mind, and your very freedom. The truth, as we promised, is unfiltered, unapologetic, and probably a little uncomfortable. But discomfort, dear viewer, is the precursor to change. The science is settled. You are not just a consumer. You are a complex biological and psychological entity, perfectly primed for financial self-sabotage by millennia of evolution and perfected by modern capitalism. But here's the critical pivot. Knowledge is not just power. It is the permission to act. Now that you understand the invisible chains that bind you, the dopamine hits, the cognitive biases, the masterful manipulation, you possess the fundamental tool to begin forging your own path. This is not about deprivation. It is about deliberate choice. It is about understanding the game so you can stop being played. It is about reclaiming your agency, one conscious financial decision at a time, transforming your financial future from a perpetual reaction to a purposeful creation. This journey is not for the faint of heart, but it is absolutely essential if you truly desire to escape the suffocating grip of financial anxiety and manufactured desire. The first step, as we discussed, is brutally honest self-assessment. The next steps? We will explore those in future videos. But for now, if this dose of unfiltered financial truth resonated, if it pricked that raw nerve of recognition, then do not let this moment pass you by. Hit that like button to tell the algorithm you crave more reality. Share this video with someone else trapped in the illusion. Most importantly, subscribe to Finance Unfiltered so you do not miss a single sardonic moment of your ongoing financial rehabilitation. And please, unleash your thoughts in the comments below. What was your biggest aha moment? What toxic financial habit are you finally ready to break? Let us build a community of conscious capitalists, one liberated dollar at a time.